So you have to learn to roll the R's in Italian. Bartucci. Facciabrutti. Hey, my next guest has a heart that is as big as the man himself. He's got the strength of maybe 3 or 4 men, and the good part about it is he isn't aggressive. He's the original gentle giant, and with all of this strength, it's surprising. Being a tall man myself, I'm always used to not looking down on, but looking down to people when I have to talk to them. And but this afternoon, I met this guy. It's all changed now. I know how everybody else feels. Anyway, you'll see what I mean when he comes out here. I think you're going to like meeting him. Ladies and gentlemen, Andre the Giant. Here you got him.
Now you got a good idea.
All right, is this chair all right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Just got to check.
it's okay.
All right. You checked it out to say. Where are you from originally, Andre?
I'm from France.
Yes.
Yeah, Grenoble, France, in the French Alps.
Do you in the French Alps?
Yeah.
Was it always apparent that you were going to be tall? Did you know you were going to be?
But first, I don't know I'm going to be tall because my mother is 5'2", my father is 6'2". But when I started going to school, I was bigger than other kids. And when I was 9 years old, my father started to talk to me, and he said, "Don't worry." He said, "My father was 7'8". He said, "You'll probably be the same size."
Your grandfather was 7'8".
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And did that worry you that you might exceed 7 feet?
First, I wasn't thinking that way.
Yeah. You wouldn't.
But right now, I have to say that I like it. Because with the size I have, and started to be involved in the sports, and with that, I'm traveling all over the world and make lots of people. And
There seems to be a line or a place in time where being tall, 7 foot or in excess of 7 foot, no longer meant that you were going to be a freak of nature, but that you could actually really do things. Lots of times, I would suppose, well, I don't know when it would be. Let's say pre-1945 or something. If someone was taller than that, 7 foot or something, they were awkward, or they couldn't handle things. But you are very athletic and very well coordinated as well, I notice.
yeah, I'm in the sports. I'm 9 years old.
What sports did you play?
I used to play soccer, then I was in rugby, become in boxing, and now I'm in wrestling for 15 years.
You like wrestling?
I love it.
Yes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you must love it if you win all the time. What's it going to hurt? Someone said today that you are the highest paid or the highest paid wrestler in the world. Is that the truth?
Right? Oh, yes. That's in the Guinness Book.
In the Guinness Book of Records?
Yes.
As being the highest. What are the disadvantages, Andre? What happens when you get, for example, on an airplane?
An airplane is okay because I'm traveling first class all the time.
Right. Oh, sure. Who's going to argue?
Yeah. But the disadvantage is sometimes, like I got to check in an hotel or motel to find a bed big enough for me. Or when I'm traveling with a car, I know all those cars are so small, like I need 2 cars.
That's right. They make economy cars now, small ones. They travel far. You can't even get in it.
They want to save the energy, but there's nowhere to live. There's nowhere for the giant to live anymore.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Well, you can put 1 car in each foot. That'll be all right. Skate around wherever you want to go. Do you have we were talking this afternoon, a fellow said you had trouble with taxi cabs when you went to the East?
Oh, that was in Malaysia one time, yeah, because nobody wanted to stop. So I was with Don Miller. So I just, I told him I said, I'm going to step behind the post and just stop the taxi, but take you time to get inside. So that's why I sneak on the back door.
The cab stops for him and then you sneak in the cab?
Yeah. So now when I'm inside the cab, the taxi driver just take out the car and check all the tires. So now he takes us in the hotel, and when we ready to pay them, we ask him how much he is, and we see the counter. He charges double. I asked him, so how come it's double? He said, "Oh, you're a big guy, you have to pay double."
Got to pay for 2 people.
Yeah.
It's not fair. You left home at a very early age to go out and pursue your own career. What were you're living on a farm?
Yeah, and that's why, you see, when I started becoming very big, and everybody's where I was in the school, where I was working with my father, everything, everybody said you should do that, you should do that, you should do that, but it's hard to do it. So you have to do it yourself. You have to think about one thing and just try to do it the right way. So when in France, the first time I finished school, I finished school at 14 years old. And a month later, I take off. I left my family. And I said to my father, I said, I don't want to live in a farm all my life. I want to do something different. And that time, my father agreed with that. He said, okay. He said, hey, you do it in your own business. He said, if you want to leave, just go.
Right.
He said, well, I'll give you 2 weeks and you'll be back.
So what did you work at when you left?
Oh, I did everything.
Yeah?
Everything. And
All at once, I suppose. Yeah.
oh, I try to make a living. I try to make money, and I want to be somebody. Because when I left my house, when I left my family, I told him, I said, look, if I make some money, you see me again. But if I don't make any money, you never see me again.
Yeah.
And I left, and I tried everything I got in Paris, and finally someday I met some people, and I talked with them, and they put me in the right way, I think, because I was starting to do it in the wrong way. But those people that talked to me, and they understand what I did, but
Yeah, they set you on the
all
right
that-
road. You
Yeah,
mean.
all that was for 5 years. I never called my family. I never get back to see my family, nothing. They don't know what happened to me. And I even changed my name. So 5 years later, there I was. I was already a star. I played in a movie. I played in a TV series. I was a wrestler. And even my parents, there was a big fan of me. They saw me on TV, but they don't know.
Your
I was
parents
their
were a
son.
fan and they didn't know it was you?
No, because I changed my name.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And 5 years later, finally, I decided to go back home because I think I can make enough money to go back home.
Yeah.
So one day I come home, and when I knock at the door, 2 days before, was wrestling on TV. And I was on, and my parents saw me too.
They saw you wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I knocked on the door, my mother opened the door, and when she saw me, she can't believe it. 2 days before, I was on TV, now I'm here.
Yeah.
But she don't make the difference. I was a son, so she closed the door right away. Take her almost 10 minutes to open the door again.
How long did it take you to convince them you were the son?
Oh, but after that, I started to play a little game with them. I just come, when they open the door again, I just ask about their son, what he is.
About their son, yeah.
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 But that was me. I asked a question about me, where I was. So finally they told me what happened, and they said, but how come we saw you on TV 2 days ago, and how come you were today to ask about my son? But like, I have to say one thing before I left home. We used to talk Polish in the house. We not talk too much French. We used to talk Polish. So after a while, I think the game was long enough, so I started to talk Polish with him. Now they,
And they realized it was you?
now they realized it was me.
Fantastic.
But that was a big surprise, because even when you asked me those questions this afternoon, there's one thing I don't tell you. One time I was walking the farm with my father, and I saw that guy come to see my boss, and he come with a Rolls Royce with a chauffeur.
Rolls Royce, yeah.
And I said to my dad, that time I was 11 years old, I said to my dad, someday I go get a car like this.
Do you have one?
And he said, quit dreaming, keep walking. But that day, when I come back home, I ran the Rolls Royce for 2 days. I never told him I ran.
That's lovely. Come stand up over here for a minute.
Sure.
Just, I want you to meet somebody, okay? We got a friend of ours here. Hey, come on out. Bert, come on out here. I got somebody I want you to meet. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Now, the point is that I will never, ever say that you are big again. I will never say anything. But I just wanted to do something to demonstrate something to you. I'm 14 stone.
You want to look bigger than him?
Yeah.
You want to look bigger than him?
I'm 14
Find
stone.
out if he plays football.
He did play football, by the way. He wanted to play football,
No, I
but
play
what?
rugby.
Rugby he played.
rugby
yeah?
and
But
soccer.
he went to American football team, wanted you, right? And,
Washington. I'm supposed to play for Washington Redskins.
yeah, but they wouldn't.
They don't pay like wrestling.
They don't pay like the wrestling. So they
That's
wouldn't
why I
go
come at wrestling.
I want to say something, just because you think that
Yeah.
maybe a fellow like him wouldn't be strong or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want you to see something. Stay still, okay?
That's Andre the Giant, and we'll be back. You can see Andre wrestling tomorrow night in Sydney at the Flemington Market Pavilion, in Melbourne Saturday night at Festival Hall, and Brisbane on the 10th of May at Festival Hall. We'll be back in just a minute with Tony Barber. Don't go away.